but that's what you get for peeking at the Pope's girdle. Hey, everybody! Welcome to another episode of Tell Me About Your Damn Book. I'm your host, Stephen Lomer, and my guest sitting to my right here. She's a little bit late today because she was off firing her parrot rifle. That's not a euphemism, although maybe it is.
Could be. Yeah.
It certainly could be. But either way, please welcome Katrina Fiorella.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
Glad I made it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, you are a fantasy sci-fi writer.
Yes.
How many books have you written so far?
So I've got one self-published book.
Okay.
But that's one in a series of, started as 6. It's kind of gone to 8.
Uh-huh.
And
it's
then,
kind of gone to 8?
You know, ideas happen.
Sure.
And,
Ideas happen.
You know,
Yeah.
And then...
Like this crazy idea I had for a show.
Right.
Yeah. Sure. That happens.
So that's just the one series, and then I've written many other things on the side that are, some are just for fun projects, some are, you know, maybe for after my series. That's my problem, is I write too much sometimes and I don't focus on one thing. So, you know, trying to focus more on my series currently. So.
Okay, fair enough. Now I've got a few notes here, and this says that you live in southern New Hampshire.
I do.
You take fantastic quests in books, in games, and in writing. Is that a fair statement?
That is how I classify my life.
All right, fair enough. And this of course is going to open up a Pandora's box right here, that you travel back to the 1860s as a Civil War soldier.
Not literally.
Right, but let's talk about that anyway.
Sure.
So it's Civil War recreations. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, Civil War reenacting.
Civil War reenacting. Yes. Okay. So first, tell me how you got into that.
So horses have always been a part of my life, and I've been riding for a very long time. And my mother, a good friend of hers, was the captain of a group, and was like, "Oh, why don't you?" I was 12 maybe at the time. Have her come on in and hang out with us, and she can ride the horses. And now my whole family is in it, including my wonderful boyfriend.
Okay.
Backed into the dark side.
Okay. All right. So how long have you been doing the reenactments?
So 12, 15-ish years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is it like an annual thing, a semi-annual thing? Do you do it every weekend? What's the story with that?
Depends. It's definitely seasonal. We do it usually, technically our first event is sometimes St. Patrick's Day. We'll do a parade. Okay. But we do a lot of weekend events, which are mostly through the summer. And they can be, depending on the year, every weekend or every other weekend. It's been slowing down a little bit, so we've been doing about one a month. And we go down wherever we're going Friday night, and then we come home Sunday.
I see. Oh, so like an entire weekend of Civil War debauchery.
For the most part, yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And before we transition to another topic, just so that the people know, what is a parrot rifle?
So it looks essentially like a cannon.
Okay.
So a lot of people will see it and just think cannon, but you want to get real technical, it is not a cannon.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like a cannon, and it takes, usually we have a 6-man crew on it to load it, and we shoot blanks, obviously. No live firing.
My goodness.
We have live fired with it.
Really?
It's very, very cool.
That is hardcore.
It is. And then there's also, so that we have a 10-pound parrot.
Okay.
And then another group has what they call a 3-inch ordnance rifle. So that's more of a smooth bore, if that means anything to anybody. Whereas ours is spiked.
I've been called a smooth bore at a few points in my career. In fact, maybe people are thinking that about me right now. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, let's talk about writing. So, how did you originally get into writing? What drew you to it?
I don't know really. I've always loved to read.
Okay.
You know, we had story time when I was little, and my mother always read to me, and I think maybe that probably had something to do with it. For as long as I remember, I've always written stories and.
So now, then, what drew you towards sci-fi and fantasy?
Oh, probably, no doubt, Harry Potter.
Ah.
You know, definitely was into that. I was probably around 10 when the first book anyways came out.
Oh, so you were like hoping for your letter from Hogwarts.
Yeah, obviously.
Because you were turning 11 and thinking, okay,
yep, here I am.
Yes,
yep,
it's
yep.
time. It's time for me to get my owl. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she never came, so I just put myself in my own magical world.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And science fiction, I mean, was there something that drew you toward that?
That's been a more recent interest. I think it was in undergrad. I had taken an apocalyptic writing course.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
And it really was. And we dabbled in sci-fi and whatever. And we read something about sheep. It's a weird. Oh, do androids dream of electric sheep?
Oh,
okay.
Philip K. Dick.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So yeah, I love that book, and ever since then I've been dabbling more into sci-fi.
Okay.
And exploring it.
Okay.
So.
Traditional pub or self-pub?
So currently I'm self-published.
Self-published.
But traditional is kind of what I'd like to pursue.
Okay.
And what I am trying to pursue.
Well, sure, that's where the big money is.
Right,
so who wouldn't want to pursue that?
Exactly.
You'd be a fool not to go after traditional pub.
Yeah.
How has indie pub been for you?
So right now it's not much. I've really just started this year.
Okay.
Kind of doing that. And I haven't been doing as much as I could be because I want to rewrite the entire series. So
Why?
Because I'm an anal author. I mean, what more is it than that? I mean, let's be honest. Authors are perfectionists.
It's fine that you're a perfectionist author. I don't know if we want to classify you as an anal author.
No, probably not.
I'm just saying. Why don't we both have a sip?
And I haven't had anything to drink today.
That's impressive. Okay, so an anal author. Very good. Very good.
Back to the topic on hand.
Okay, yes, you want to rewrite. You're not happy with the series and you want to rewrite it.
Yes.
Are you actually going to pursue that?
I was supposed to. Over the summer.
Who was supposed to make? Oh, it was self-imposed. You told yourself you have to, and then this is late September.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had an editor, and I told her, a couple months. It's been like 6.
Well, she knows you're an anal editor, so an anal author. Not an anal. Oh my God! Now everybody's an anal something. I guess I'm an anal host. That's even worse. Oh my God. You know what? I think this is the perfect moment to step away. We will be right back with more with Katrina Fiorella. And we are back. Welcome back to Tell Me About Your Damn Book. I'm here with Katrina Fiorella. Do you cosplay?
I would love to. The only cosplaying I do is Halloween.
Okay.
But I gotta say, I made a great dress for Merida from Brave, back when I had my horse. So we did pose for pictures for that. I made it scratch. With the help of my grandmother.
Wow.
I have to say that in case she ever sees this.
Okay.
I have to give her credit.
Okay.
But I think it came out awesome.
Okay.
And I wish I could do it more.
Nice. All right. Definitely. Well, something has come between us. as you can see, something has materialized. It looks like some fine literature is now on the table. So I guess we've reached that point for the phrase that pays. So Katrina Fiorella, tell me about your damn book.
So this is Calliope.
Okay.
She is my heroine.
Okay. Calliope is the central character in Calliope.
Yes.
Okay.
Calliope
All right, good.
is the character in Calliope.
Okay.
She is a witch.
Uh-huh.
Who, at least in this book, she's created by another witch to basically take over the world.
Nice.
It was a world that was once inhabited by witches, and they were actually banished for just getting out of control. They were just crazy, crazy witches.
Out of control witches.
Yeah, I mean, what else to know? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So they were banished, and the world was repopulated essentially by just mortal humans.
Okay.
And over the years, there were a few that were in hiding. Witches, I should clarify. Witches were in hiding.
Witches were in hiding. Okay.
And one of them was Scarletta.
Okay.
So she is the villain of the story. Of this story.
Okay.
And she has created Calliope to be a tool in her war against, specifically in this book, the kingdom of Librana. But there are several other kingdoms that kind of come into play as well. And she's just trying to get her revenge. Scarletta wants witches back.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So it's a completely self-contained fantasy world. It does not cross over into our world.
Nope.
Okay.
It is the world of Precanto.
Precanto. Okay.
Yes.
Nice. I like it. What prompted you to write this particular book?
So it all started, honestly, from a dream. I had a dream of like one particular scene that is, of course, had to be in the book.
Sure, yeah.
So it was just one scene, and from there I pretty much did a short story around the scene.
Okay.
And that grew into a novella, which was published on Amazon, and for some reason removed. And then
Thanks, Amazon.
Thanks, Amazon. I don't know what happened there, but so I had started to write a sequel for it, and decided to just put the two novellas together into a novel.
Okay. And are you working on a follow-up to it? Is it going to be a series?
There is so it's there's a prequel, there's a sequel, and there's potentially like 5 others that are they're outlined and, you know.
And is it, I hate to ask this given what we just talked about, but is it available on Amazon?
Lulu.
It's available on Lulu.
I moved it, I said screw Amazon. There goes my entire future with Amazon. Yeah, it's
said screw Amazon. Well, okay, let's talk about that briefly, because you're not the only author that I know that has moved from Amazon to Lulu. Shout out to Karakamo, the girl with the blue hair, has also done that. She is awesome. What are the pros and cons of switching from Amazon to Lulu?
I mean, when I was on Amazon, I wasn't that active, so it was kind of through Gradable.
Okay.
And they were a program that offered you little things to do in exchange for money to help pay off your student loans. This was years ago.
They offered you little things to do for money.
Oh, they were very little, and it was very menial money.
Okay.
And that's probably why they went under. It didn't last very long.
Okay.
But one of the things they wanted... Don't look them up online.
No, I'm not gonna.
They don't know there anyways. No. I have to give them some kind of credit, though, because one of the things they wanted was a novella published. And that's how
that was the genesis of Calliope.
That was the novella version.
Okay.
So that kind of got my butt into gear with that.
Okay.
So they took the novel and they actually designed a lovely cover. So I can't.
It is a very cool cover.
It is, honestly, yeah.
So for season 1 of Tell Me About Your Damn Book, we had a segment called Questions from the Great Unwashed. And those were questions that were submitted via social media, and it was always a fiasco because, you ask people and God knows what you're going to get. So we have set it up now for season 2. We're doing the 5. Which is 5 standardized questions that we're asking every author who comes on. So are you willing, ready, and able to...
I feel like I'm on a game show.
To answer the 5?
I am ready for the 5.
It's not trivia. It's actual questions that you'll be able to answer. Yeah. So you good with the 5?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Not as excited about if I can't win money, but...
You don't know that you're not going to win money.
It's true.
Just answer them and we'll talk.
All right. There you go.
Question 1. If they published an author's yearbook today and you were in it, what would you be voted most likely to do? I'm very excited about this answer.
Most likely to promise to rewrite a book and never do it.
Wow.
I have to
what
kick myself for that. I need to be better at that.
Okay. All right. Well, now you have it on video forever.
Forever.
To remind yourself to do that.
Future Katie's going to look at this and...
Future Katie. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you.
I hope you're doing better than I am right now.
I'm sure you're doing wonderfully.
I'd like to think so.
Question 2. Which 4 faces would appear on your author's Mount Rushmore?
Are we talking like people, or am I just making 4 faces to the camera right now?
Wow. No one has interpreted it that way.
I don't know why that's
you can make 4 faces if you want, but really what we're looking for is your 4 favorite authors who you would put on your Mount Rushmore.
Does it have to be authors?
Yes, it does. I'm afraid you're constrained by the question. This is a show about books, right? They told you that when you came in, right? So it sort of ties in with that a little bit.
I guess I can make that work.
Okay.
4, huh?
I assume we're putting J.K. Rowling on there.
Yeah, I guess we would have to do that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, we don't have to. You're the one who's answering.
We gotta give
I'm just trying to help.
We gotta give her credit where credit is due.
Okay.
She was an inspiration.
Okay.
For a 10-year-old me.
All right.
So yeah, J.K. Rowling.
Okay. I'm getting something in my earpiece here. Philip K. Dick.
Yeah.
Is
yes,
someone who should be. Okay, good. This is a good Mount Rushmore so far.
Probably Stephen King.
Sure.
Stephen King. Even though I don't really read him, I've read his biographies. What was it called? On Writing, I believe.
On Writing, yes.
Yes.
Amazing book.
It really, honestly, yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I had to read it for a class, but it was one of those things where, you buy your book, and then when the class is over, you get rid of it because you never want to do it again, whatever. Sure. But I definitely held on to that one.
Okay. So Rowling, Dick, King. You have one more in the I think it's Teddy Roosevelt spot. Yeah. If you're going left to right, I don't know about Rushmore.
The audience is trying to signal me a name.
I think the audience. I'm hearing in my earpiece. I believe the audience is trying to communicate Tolkien.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Totally.
Tolkien.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. He would be in there too.
Okay.
There you go. I did it.
Nice. Good job.
It shouldn't have been that hard, but it's been a long day.
It has. I understand. I totally understand. For you, for me, for all of us.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Question 3. What's something about you that, if revealed, would surprise and amaze those who know you best? Because no one's gonna know.
Something I could totally lie.
You could.
So in a past life,
I
was totally Superwoman.
Who is Superwoman?
For real. Superwoman's totally a thing. Oh. She's the opposite of Superman.
I'm hearing in my earpiece that's actually Supergirl.
No.
I'm not sure there is a
Supergirl. I know she's Supergirl, but
I'm
not juvenile girl. Like, why is it Superman? Why Supergirl? No, it's Superwoman.
And why would you have been Superwoman in a past life? Why would you have been a fictional character in a Okay, all right. Question 4.
You wanted a good answer.
Question 4.
Answer.
What is your favorite curse word, and in what phrase would you be most likely to use it? I'm sure this is much easier.
I would probably definitely have to say fuck.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm all about fuck.
Okay. and I could refer back to an earlier conversation, but I won't. And what phrase would you be most likely to use fuck?
I do try to get very creative with my fuckage.
With your
my fuck usage.
fuckage?
My
Okay.
fuckage,
Actually,
yeah.
fuckage is a
Fuck.
that's a tremendous
that's what I
phrase
mean,
right
right?
there.
I
Yeah.
want to be creative in any sense that I can when it comes to my swearing.
Okay.
I take swearing very personally.
Okay. So this was the question for you right here.
Right.
We could just skip
yeah.
right to it.
I mean, it's all about the swearing.
Okay. So within fuckage, what's your most likely phrase
It's
that people would
usually
hear?
it's usually some version of like fucking A.
Ah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
a popular
simple.
one.
It is.
Uh-huh.
What else have I done?
Fucking A is kind of a positive thing, though. What about like the angry side of?
Could be. Straight up fuck you.
Ah,
I mean,
nice.
it's a classic. You really can't go wrong with a good fuck you.
Okay, nice.
I hope my mother never watches this.
Or your grandmother. That was the other thing.
But yeah.
And number 5. Thank goodness.
That was tedious. I'm sorry.
If the world ended right after this video, what final message would you want to convey to your fans?
Clear your browser history. Always.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. You want your fans to clear their browser histories?
I would want them to take with them the advice that if they knew they were going to die or to clear, I don't want them to clear my browser history because I don't need them to see that. But I mean, if you know, and we're in my situation, like clear that shit. Clear
that.
it.
Clear that shit.
Clear that fucking shit.
Also, the world is ending, so I don't know if browser histories
Oh, that's
are going
true.
to
It's not
be,
just me. I misinterpreted.
It's not, you know.
I was thinking my world was just ending.
the
whole world.
The whole
Okay.
world, yes. What
Well,
would
the
you?
fuck doesn't matter what I say, because the
I
whole
just-
world is gonna
it
end.
was just a question. But you
Fuck
have
you.
you're telling your fans "fuck you" as their final message.
They're all gonna be gone.
But why would you send them off to oblivion by saying "fuck you"? I mean, obviously they supported you. They've bought Calliope. They're fans of Katrina Fiorella, right?
In my world, I have no fans.
Okay.
So. I guess if I did, I guess I could.
Well, you'll have fans now.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
after
that's not what I want
my
fans for.
goodness, you will have fans.
They're not going to be the kind of fans I want, I'm sure.
You don't know that.
I don't know.
You
This
can't have
could
any
be-
way of knowing that.
This could be my moment.
It could
Somebody
be.
could see this and be like, that chick is fucking awesome.
I'm sure they will.
I can dream.
You know what? I'm just going to thank all of Katrina's fans for all of their love and support over the years.
Thank you.
Because she seems to think that "fuck you" is a proper epitaph. I think we should thank all of those people. So thank you, thank you, and that's a perfect segue for me to thank Katrina Fiorella for her appearing on Tell Me About Your Damn Book. Once again, the book is Calliope. It's available on Lulu.
Lulu, yes.
Lulu.com. Screw you, Amazon.
Fuck you, Amazon. Just straight up fuck you. We'll be real here.
Cheers.